Just in case.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Olivia. Welcome to my SilverSneakers chair yoga class. It is the first day of fall here, and everybody's having a good time. All right. Would you do me a favor, Norma, and shut those lights off? There, thank you. So let's settle into the back of the chair. Let's see if I can find some nice music for us to kind of chill to. Take it and settle on back. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath you, whatever you need to do to feel good, so you can say, ah, I have arrived. And now I'm going to just relax. And do we still need that fan on, you think, Laura? Are you doing okay with that? It's very loud. I did turn it off.
Oh no. It felt good. It did.
I noticed that this seat has got cushion on it. Isn't that nice? Notice the coolness of the breath at the end of your nose. Let it go all the way to the base of the lungs. And then a long, slow exhale. You can take it through the mouth if you'd like. Make some noise, or simply come to some calm. Whatever you had to do to get here is behind you now. The future hasn't happened yet. And allow yourself to be present. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And open your eyes. Let's move out to the edge of the seat. And in order to find our sit bones, let's roll towards the front of the sit bones and then roll towards the back. Try to let your shoulders relax as you do this. So resist that urge to just let the shoulder heads come forward and just roll forward and back. And I ask you to find the tip of the sit bones in one moment. With a little rock and roll first. Tailbone, front part of the sit bones, tailbone, and then find the very tip of the sit bones. There you are. Yeah, lifting the pelvic floor, pull the belly in, lift the heart. Close your eyes once again. And let's just let the arms float downward towards the ground. Maybe the palms press forward, maybe they press towards your seat, but let the shoulder heads draw towards the side walls and broaden the collarbones here. So seated mountain pose is a lot more work than seated meditation against the back of the chair, because you are using those core muscles to hold you up. And as you breathe, you're going to breathe into the rib cage, front, back, side to side, laterally. One more deep breath. All right, I'm going to take my right hand on the thigh and just let that left arm reach up to the ceiling. Maybe an arc over, maybe not. So create a little length in that right side. If you don't want to need to keep the arm bent, that's okay. But lengthen the side of the body ever so slightly first. And again. All right, one more time. We're going to lengthen the front of the body, so lifting the heart. And then we're going to lengthen the back of the body, scoop the belly and round. So some seated cat and cow. That front body lifts, heart lifts. Exhale, scoop the belly. And there you go, Bill. And again. Could we knock the fan off now? Jerry. And again, some seated cat and cow, lengthening that front body, scoop the belly, but lift the rib cage to the ceiling to try to open up that low back space. And one more time. All right, and then walking your feet out just a little bit. I'm going to take my left hand on the inside of my knee, and then looking over towards the shoe or your toes, come right back up. We switch to the other side. Roll the fingers to the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale. I'm coming over with a flat back here. I want to try to get a little stretch in through the low back here, and then switch to the other side. Don't hold your breath. And again. Right back up. All right, and then reach the hands for the kneecaps. Deep breath in, and then exhale, round back. Another cat and cow. One more time. And exhale. Walk your feet in, and then circle the elbows around. So they're going to go to the side walls, they're going to go to the ground, and down towards the ground. Again. One more time, and then extend them out in front, drop the chin. So I'm not hinging, I'm just dropping my chin. Inhale, lifting up, splay the fingers out, let the elbows, imagine they're going to touch the back of the chair there. There's the inhale. Exhale. And inhale. One more time, then we're going to switch this and inhale. Okay, so we're going to, let's get here. Inhale, breathe into the back ribs. And then exhale, squeeze the ribs and get rid of that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Release the hands down, tip the head over to the side, let that left shoulder drop down, and maybe even reach those left fingers down towards the ground to get a little deeper stretch. And then we'll go to the other side, pass through the center, tipping over, and then reach the right fingers down and feel a little deeper stretch. And all the way back up, look over that right shoulder. And then while you're here, tuck the chin, look down towards the earth. And then lifting the chin, look a little more skyward. Come back to the center. Let's go the other way. Look over the shoulder, tuck the chin without letting the shoulders move. And then lift to the chin, looking a little more skyward. Come back to the center. Let's lift up on that right leg. And then release down. So drawing that knee up towards the shoulder, towards the heart, towards the shoulder, whatever feels good to you here. Again, whatever is accessible. You know what? You're not the only one that didn't turn your cell phone off. I did not turn mine off either. Mine is still on. I'm hoping. All right. Let's hold this leg up here. All right. And then I'm going to take that leg out and then bring it across the body. And again, out and to the side. Let's look the opposite direction and then look to the right wall. And then out to the left. And to the right wall. Again, out to the left. Good morning, welcome. Out to the left, and then the right wall. I'm going to switch hands right here, using my left hand. Let that right hand drop to the chair, and maybe look behind. A little deeper stretch. Extend that leg out in front, and drop it down. All right, hands on the back of the chair. Lift the heart. Easy enough, huh? Hands on that left thigh, put a little bend in that leg. I'm going to hinge at the hip, so I have a straight back first, and then release down and roll back up. Bring that other leg with you. All right, out to the side, and right back in. And if you need to grab underneath the spine, or if you just want to drag the foot on the ground, that's okay too. All right, now I'm going to add the head with this. So as the leg goes to the left, I look to the right, and right back in. And again. Right back in. So look the opposite direction from that knee and back. And one more time. And all the way back. Switch hands. Use that right hand on the leg, underneath or on the shin. Drop that left hand to the chair and look to the left wall. There you go. You have to listen to my words and not watch if you're on the side here. All right, come on back to the front. Extend it out. Extremely tall. We're just going to hinge at the hip first, a little micro bend there. Keep that leg back straight. You feel that lengthen in the back. And then release back down and roll up. All right, and let's take that arm. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to look to the left as the arm goes to the right. And then I'm going to bring it in front and look the other way. And again, look out to the side, press it back, and bring it across. Go ahead and use that hand and get a little extra stretch. And one more. And back. All right, we switch to the other side. Same thing. Out to the side, look to the right, and then bring it in front of the body and look to the left. And again, 3 more times. Pressing that arm back. And 2 more. And the last one. And in. All right, both arms out. Bring them back. We're going to bring the hands. I'm going to stand up. Don't stand up. Cross the knuckles, elbows in, and just lifting the elbows up. I'm going to squeeze the knuckles in, squeeze the elbows in. A great stretch across the shoulders. Deep breath in. Forward fold. Very nice. Tuck the chin, look towards under the chair, and then inhale, halfway rise. Let the heart come forward. And then what I want you to do is put those sit bones back on the chair. I tend to roll all the way forward, even onto my thigh muscles here. So put the sit bones back on the chair and circle sweep. Here we come into chair pose. Connect the ribs to the hips here, okay? And maybe we lift into powerful pose. Lovely. Fingers, hold that ceiling back up. Deep breath in. And release back down. All right, let's rise up. Circle sweep, come all the way up. Deep breath in. And reach to the ceiling, and then just let the arms kind of float down. All right. Shake out. Have yourself a drink of water. Around to the back of the chair. And let's get moving back there. Okay, nice downward facing dog first. Just want to be sure everybody's got some room there to do that. Pat, why don't you move your chair a little more to the left? I know there's a lot of Pats in here, sorry. I've got a list of about 6 Pats. Alrighty, splay your fingers out. Hinge at the hip. Really feel that lengthen down the back of the legs as you press, as you tip the pelvis forward. Softening the knees. Bring the navel in. Any movement you hear. Sometimes I like to turn my tailbone to the back corners of the room. And you feel that one little stretch down the side. All right, so I am going to step my right foot out to the right just a little bit. Take the right hand on top of the left. Now, normally I say push the hips over to the right, but what I want you to do is keep that tailbone going to the back wall, okay? Although you have stepped out to the side, turn that tailbone right to the back wall. Step through to the center. We're going to go the other way. So left hand on top of the right, but keep that tailbone going to the back wall. So it's kind of squared up with your hips there. Breathing deep. All right, step into the chair. Come into standing mountain pose. All right, nice and tall. Sink into the knees. Feel a little stretch in the calf. Deep breath in. And exhale. Deep breath in. Let's come again to some stillness here. So I'm just going to slide my back down this imaginary wall. All right, so don't hinge forward. Just a little bend in the knees, all the way down. Now, if you know sign language, if you make a little twist to this and press this out, peace. All right. Bring the hands back to the heart. I'm going to lift up on my right heel. Stand nice and tall. Resituate yourself so you are still in mountain pose, but now more on one foot. As I shoot that right foot back, I'm going to lift the toe, hinge at the hip, and shoot it way back. Chair's there if you need it. You rise up. Deep breath in. Drop your shoulders. Connect the ribs to the hips. Bring the heart forward a wee bit more. Enjoy that nice stretch in that calf muscle there. Let's circle down. Rise back up. Deep breath in. And then cross that right hand over, put it on the outside edge of the chair, and then let's put that left hand in your back pocket, looking towards that left wall. All right, circle sweep those arms right back up again. Hands to the chair, back to downward facing dog. Lovely. Breathing deep. Tuck the tailbone round the back and walk back into the chair. Take the same thing on the other side. I like to keep this nice and fluid, moving. So let's do the same thing here. Oh, no, let's take a little different breath work. Up the heart, and then sink into the knees, pushing down. Up the heart. My shoulders are on the wall behind me, okay? Just very gently. Connect this with your own breath. Now let's push away. Get rid of that chaos in your life. Bring that calm right back in. And again, push away. Calm back in. One more time. Bring it all the way back in. And we'll take hands to the heart. We're going to transfer the weight to the right foot. Lift that left heel and resituate. Find your mountain pose again. Collarbones are broad, right? So nothing's changed there. As you get ready to shoot that back, if you need the chair, go ahead and use it. Toe ball heel, rise up. Drop your shoulders, drop your rib cage to your hips, connect them. And then let's send some energy out the fingers here. Yeah, lift the heart. Turn the elbows to the side walls if you can. And we circle sweep down. Rise right back up. Now this left arm's going to come all the way to the outside edge of that chair. I want you to hinge into the chair. Yeah. And then the right hand, slide it to your hip there. And look to that right wall. Maybe look over that right shoulder. Nice. All right, rise right back up. Deep breath in. Hands to the chair, but we're going to stop before we get there. Yeah, reach the fingers far from the heels, belly in. Use the chair if you need to. And then hands find the chair. Step back to downward facing dog. Nice. Any movement you need here. I love to bring the navel into the spine and tuck the tailbone a bit and really feel that low back space open. And then maybe lift the sit bones and feel the hamstrings stretch. Bend the knees, hands back to the thigh muscles. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Let's take this little baby arc over. So I'm going to reach for my left wrist. I'm going to press the heel of the hand in the opposite direction. You can sink into the knees here a little bit. Circle down. While you're at the bottom, switch hands. Come right back up, doing the same thing on the other side. Heel the hands, soften the knees here. And then all the way up, circle them down. All right, shake out a little bit. And grab a drink of water. There's this little swath of fascia, tendons in the back, and it starts here. It's a diamond shape. It's up here. It goes to the hips. It goes down to the tailbone. And when we get older, that gets thick. And also, if you have back issues, that'll get thick because it wants to protect that area. So when it gets thick, it gets tight. So that's what I'm sort of working on today. All right. So we're sort of working on that. Okay. Yeah, let's step the feet out a little bit wider and turn the toes to the front and come into wide standing mountain pose. Lovely. Nice and tall. Little micro bend in the knees here. You never want to lock a knee out. All right, deep breath in. And exhale. Let's take this piece down the center. Again, deep breath in. Take a little twist to your hands there. Yeah. One more time. And all the way down. Turn the palms to the front, knuckles to the back, and roll the shoulder blades together. I'm going to soften the knees and let the heart move towards the chair. Rising up. My hands are going to stay right here at my hips. Heart's moving towards the chair, not the forehead. So the heart, you're looking just beyond the seat. Rise right back up. Clasp the hands, soften the knees, and round that back. So let that tailbone draw underneath you there. Come all the way back up. Same thing, hinge at the hip, micro bend. Look beyond the chair here, so I don't want you to look towards the chair. That's going to drop that head. And use the chair if you need it with one hand. Push all the way back up. Same thing. Scoop that tailbone underneath you and breathe into the back ribs. All right, lift the hands. I'm going to turn the toes to the diagonal now. All right, and come into goddess pose here. Pigeon nose. Okay, hinging over. Oh, let's go ahead and take long arms though. So just touch the knee. Come right back up. And just touch the knee. I bent my knees here, but my shoulders are on the wall behind me. So it's not bent. It's not a big. It's not a plie. It's just a little bend in the knee. And again, now when you get here, stop and take the gaze towards the upper hand. Now we're going to challenge the balance here, so you may want to use the chair. I'm going to keep my eyes up here as I go the other direction, so I'm looking at that thumb all the way down. And then look towards the upper thumb, and then do the same thing. Move slowly here so nobody gets dizzy, so you don't fall. And then take the gaze up and travel down. All right, let's keep that left hand or right hand up there, followed by the left hand. And I'm going to switch my feet, straightening the legs first, and then come into warrior two. Lifting up, straighten the legs. Exhale, come into warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, come into warrior two. Okay, one more time. We'll hold this now. Head over, heart over pelvis here. So don't anticipate where we're going, right? You want to back everything up right here. Lovely. Stretch towards the wall. Rest the wrist. And let that arm reach skyward. All right, I'm not going to let it come over the head just yet. Just let it reach skyward. Look down towards the toes. And be sure you can still see your toes here. All right. And then trace your collarbone. Come up looking either to the front or hands come forward here. Now we're going to get into that low back. I'm going to take this hand over and reach. Let it swirl back up again. Same thing again. Reach out and over. Let it swirl up. One more time. Let it reach out and over, and let it pull you right back to warrior two. We're going to take the palm to the ceiling and into reverse. Nice. And use the chair, the leg, or your back right pocket. Press the feet down into the earth. All right, coming into sky archer now. Straighten that front leg. And then turn that tailbone to the ground. This hip tends to come up when you do that, so turn that tailbone to the background, to the earth. And now we're going to windmill the arms and come into triangle pose. So reach towards that right wall. Rest those fingers. If you can reach skyward, do so. Turn the gaze to the front. Maybe turn the gaze, I don't know what I was going to say. I don't know. Oh, maybe look skyward. Okay, same thing with the arm. Reach it around and back up. Fire on those abdominal muscles. If you need to use that hand on the chair, go ahead and do that. Let's take one more time. And this time, let that left hand pull you to the ceiling, all the way up. Toes to the front. Deep breath in and down. Standing mountain pose. We're going to hinge forward. Come right back up. Soften the knees. Tuck the tailbone underneath you. Let the ribs move to the back. One more time. Deep breath in. Hinge forward. Beautiful. Soften the knees when you do this. And then round forward. And all the way up. Turn the toes. Land in warrior two. Find it right there. And then lift. And again, find it. Let that baby toe edge of your shoe, of your foot, of the shoe, grab the earth. So don't roll into that big toe. Stay with that baby edge. One more time. Are we head over, heart over pelvis? Yes? Slide into extended angle. And then I'm going to come right to the ceiling here. All right, that's it for right now. Breathing deep. All right, we're going to reach out. Use that leg for support right there and circle it around. Two more times. Reach out from yourself. Circle it around. Yes, I'm using this. I'm not putting all my weight on it, but I am using it for balance. And all the way up. All right, pass through. Reverse, using the chair, the leg, or the back pocket. And all the way up, sky archer. Straighten that front leg. Just don't let it lock. Now we windmill, reach towards the left into triangle pose. And let those hips push to the right. Nice. All right, we're going to reach out. I'm going to bend that knee just a little bit to do that. It's okay. And around. Belly and reach out. And around. And this time let this arm pull you right back up. All the way up. Drop the hands to the back of your head and open the chest. All right, I'm going to bring my feet in just a little bit more here. And then rotating. Bend the knees. Drop that elbow towards the chair. Come right back up and back to the front. Same thing. We twist. Sink the knees. Drop that elbow down towards the chair. Come right back up. And again. Bend the knees. And bend them even. Bend the knees evenly, okay? I want you to bend, watch me. I'm going to bend both knees the same. I'm not going to set one hip out to the side, all right? Back to the center, bend both knees the same. And right back. I'll give you a few more, yeah. Both knees the same. And all the way back. All right, release down. Just shake those arms out. That's a lot of work, huh? All right, and the legs. Let's go back to downward facing dog. Step on back. And then bring the hands back to the thigh muscles. And let's reverse swan dive all the way back up. Pushing through. And then circle sweep, come into chair pose this time. So reach forward. Now connect the ribs to the hips. All right. Pull the shoulders back, drive them into their rightful place. Be sure you can see your toes. All these things make for some good form. Let's go ahead and bring the hands back to the heart. Maybe that'll make it a little bit easier for you. Maybe sink a wee bit deeper. Breathing deep. And then shoot the arms up. All the way down. Step in on the right foot and keep that left foot on the ground. So both feet are going to stay on the ground. And you may want to get off the tightrope if you are. For me, it's not quite a block width wide. But it's not on one of those lines. Okay, reach the hands forward. And we're going to draw that left arm back. Right arm back, sorry. Right arm back. Now, that chair is right there for your left fingers if you need them. But if not, we're going to stay in this twisted pyramid pose. And in this position, what I want you to do is think about bringing that left hip forward a little bit and drawing the right hip back. So you kind of square up the hips right there. Drop your shoulders. Breathing deep, both arms up over your head, come back to the front. Heel of the hand, fingertips together, maybe taking the gaze up. Breathing deep. Pyramid pose with extended namaste. And we're going to push forward and then rock back. Push forward. Ball of your foot, roll back, ball of your foot. All right. I'm sorry, yeah, that's the ball of the foot. Yep, and this is the heel. Duh. And again. One more time. All right, push forward, step forward, reach to the ceiling. Release back down and toe ball heel, the other foot goes back. So get yourself in a nice position. It's like just a walking step I caught you in the middle of. That back toe can be turned out a little bit, but just not all the way. Turn out a little bit, whatever feels good to you there. And then let that tailbone draw to the ground. This is going to put this nice stretch right here. And we tend to want to do this. So bring both hip bones to the front, and then you'll really feel that great stretch. Let's take the arms in front. We're going to peel that left arm back, and now you can use that chair with your right hand if you need to, and open back. And then same thing here. Draw back on that left hip. Draw forward on the right hip just a wee bit. And look to the right wall if you can. If you need that chair in order to look to the right wall, go ahead and drop it down. Yeah, I'm sorry. This wall. Yeah. Nice. Breathing in. All right, arms up. Come all the way back to the front. Squeeze the heel of the hand together and the fingers. And then stretch them up. Extended namaste. And then we're going to come forward. And then go back. Lift. So I think I've got the arms going opposite this time. Yeah? And reaching up, lift the toe. Lift the heel. So yep, it's balance. And again, the heel in the back, toe in the front. And this time as you come forward, step both feet together and release back down. Step on back, downward facing dog. Oh, deep breath in, deep breath out. Any movement you need. Let's bring the hands back to the thigh muscles and reverse swan dive all the way back up. All right, beautiful. Forward fold right down the center. We're going to take this halfway rise again. Now, before we come into chair pose, connect the ribs to the hips. That means you got to firm up those core muscles and hinge at the hip, bend the knees into chair pose. Nice. Lifting up, deep breath. All right, and down. Grab a drink of water. Put back with a little more balance stuff. Okay, so I want you to put the left foot behind the chair, and you're going to step out to the side on the right foot, okay? And then we're just going to push off and come right back. And then push off and right back. I'm just going to let you do this for a minute, then I'm going to make the corrections. So find your balance on that foot and get back. This knee has a little bit of a bend to it. All right, and then we're going to hold this, but I ask you to put your hands on the chair first. So, now what tends to happen is we tend to do this, right? Because we want to use the quadricep muscles, they're very strong. But so what I want you to do is keep both hips facing straight ahead, and you're going to turn the toe to the front, okay? So, not the toe to the ceiling, the toe to the front. Notice what that happens, what that does to the hip. And then head over, heart over pelvis here. Strong through this leg. You can bring it forward if that feels better to you. I'm not sure it does. It's still the same thing. But I want you to work this outside of this leg right here, because the stronger we get the legs, the less we have to work on. The back will have to work to stand tall. And I'm just going to take one hand for balance. Take the arm out to the side or use the chair and pulse. 8, 7, lift from the heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then maybe look down towards the earth, extend that arm up, breathing deep, and let's see if we can float that foot back down by releasing that hand. Deep breath in and down. Press the hip over to one side, and let's do, were you over there stealing or checking the sugar in that cider? And then the other side. He's pouring it down the drain out there. Y'all can't drink that. Okay, let's go to the other side. So same thing. I just want you to practice coming up and finding balance. It sort of fires on those feet. If you're in your bare feet, you'll feel that more. If you've got shoes on, then I'm going to say do it when you're home in your bare feet, in front of your kitchen counter or your bathroom sink. And you can come off center. It's okay. All right, let's take one more, and then we're going to hold this. Okay, so as I say, we tend to want to do this and use the front part of the leg. So what I want you to do is, rotate in that hip right there. Keep that foot flex, a little micro bend on that supporting leg. And let's take one arm up if that's comfortable for you. The knee, the toe faces straight ahead, the hips face straight ahead, and so does the body. We pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You'll feel that in the outside edge. Extend the arm. Maybe look down towards the earth, maybe balance that way. It's up to you entirely. Falling star, but nobody falls, please. And then let's just bring that foot down, deep breath in. Upward facing. No, that is extended namaste. And then release back out. All right, shake out. Shake out. And same thing here. Let's press that hip over to the side. And then the other side. All right. Quadricep muscles now. They're very strong, but we're going to work them anyhow. So we've done this before. We're just going to lift and lower that leg. And it becomes balance when you spend more time lowering down. Snap it up is fine. Spend more time lowering it down. And again. And down. And this chair is here. Please use it if you need it. It's okay. Now, we're going to hold this leg up, and you have choices. You can put the toe on the ground. You could use your pants, you could grab underneath, you could grab on top. I'm gonna let that leg travel out to the side. Your choice once again, on the ground is just fine. Grab your pants, grab under your leg, grab the shin. Little micro bend. You're gonna feel this side fire on, right? Maybe you find balance. Drop the knee to the ground, bring that foot back. And I want to stretch the front of this leg, so I'm going to stay up on the toe in the ground, and then I'm going to toe on the ground, not the heel. I'm going to draw the tailbone underneath me and take this little baby arc over. And just to get into the back more, let's reach forward and maybe put the hand on the seat. Tuck the chin, release, breathe into the back ribs. And then push all the way back up. I forget what they call that as a name. Okay, other side, same thing. It's going to lift and lower, and you can take it slow if you want. If you want to practice balance, lift it and hold it. Bring it up quick. Bring it down slow. All right, pop it up. Bring it down. Boy, right away I feel my supporting leg just really start to work. And the toes, the feet, everything. And again. All right, we're going to hold this up this time. And your choice again. Toe on the ground, grab whatever feels good to you, and let's let this rotate out to the side, which means I definitely have to bend my knee when I do that. Now watch the body doesn't go that way. So the body to the front. And keep that leg down if you'd like, it's okay. And then maybe you find balance. Knee to the ground, step on back. You know, I wouldn't have done that 3 years ago, but you all have come a long way. Very nice, because you know how to make modifications. You make them, or you're able to do it. But I wouldn't have done that a long time ago. Okay, heel is up in the back. Draw that tailbone underneath you, and I'm going to take this little arc right here. Oh boy, that'll come all the way up in here as well. Breathe deep. And then reach towards the seat right there. Drop the chin, breathe into the back ribs, belly pulled in. And then use that right hand, push off the chair, stand up nice and tall, deep breath. Let's take one more vinyasa, right smack down the center. All right, as you inhale, fire on the core muscles, ribs and hips connected, and we hinge into chair pose. I'm always checking my toes to be sure I can see them. Shoulders back. Powerful pose. Last piece, take the gaze up, feel that back work, and push the ceiling up. Really, really nice. All the way down. Shake out, grab a drink, let's sit back down. All right, edge of your seat still. And let's walk that right leg out to the side. I'm going to use my hand right there on it, and then turn the gaze over to the left wall. Did I say that right? Yeah. The knee's going to the right wall. I'm going to hold my knee there because it's going to want to buckle in if I don't hold it there. So press that foot into the ground, use the hand, and then sit very, very tall if you can. In fact, maybe even take the gaze upward just a little bit. So lift the heart a little bit more. Draw that left shoulder back. Maybe take that left hand and slide it into your back right pocket, a little bit of a bind here. And that creates more space in the ribs, so take that deep breath. All right, and as we come back to the front, we're just going to roll the shoulder around here. All right, let's slide that foot back in, right to the front. Little hamstring stretch here, sit nice and tall. Little bend here in the seat. You do need to be sitting at the front of the edge of the seat here. So I'm going to hinge forward. Please don't fall out of the chair. And you'll find that. And then, if you're looking down, that's fine. And then bring the heart forward and feel a little deeper stretch there in the back of that leg. Oh my goodness, yes. Breathe as if there was a lung right back there in your leg. All right. Knees down, push off. And let's bring that leg up. I'm going to take this crossover here again. Again, down fine, down low is just fine if you can't get there. I've been told not to do that, but do keep the foot flexed here. Roll to the tip of the sit bones and let that low back press forward and find length once again in your spine. Yeah. Just try to let the upper body relax then. Try to let the hips relax. And that comes with breath. just going to put that down. We're going to move on to the other side this time. So again, out to the side, so that left knee faces the left wall. You're going to put your left hand on it and ground through the foot, almost as if you've got, Velcro on the feet. And when you push Velcro, you have to push Velcro together in order for it to stick. So do that. Stick it nice and tall. And then we're going to turn and rotate towards the right wall, looking towards the right wall, holding that knee firmly planted right over the ankle. And then maybe roll that shoulder back, maybe tuck that hand into your back left pocket. And one more piece, maybe lift the heart. Let that right shoulder roll back a little more. That's quite a twist. All right, release that slowly. You're not spring-loaded. And then walk that foot back in, right to the front, toe to the ceiling. Again, on the edge of your seat. Little micro bend. We're going to hinge forward. Straight back, so ribs and hips are connected, crown of the head reaching far from the tailbone, looking down towards the foot, and then I want you to bring the heart forward. Ooh, yeah. Breathe. All right, push up, lift that leg, up and over. And then right here, we're going to keep this foot flexed. So toe draws back towards the knee. Down on the ground is just fine if this is not accessible for you. You can open the knee, you can support it here, but press that low back forward. Find length in the spine, lifting the heart. Maybe hinge forward, it's up to you. All right, let's release that leg down. Breath in. Just turn to the right, let the arms float down. Cross that right hand over the left, stretch between the shoulder blades. As you breathe, and we'll go the other way, same thing. Lovely. And then cross left over right, breathe between the shoulder blades. Back to seated mountain pose. Nice, press the knuckles back. Splay the fingers. Give yourself a hug. Yeah, and while you're hugging, walk back. So you use those core muscles and you lift that hip up all the way to the seat. Maybe a little stretch in whatever you didn't get here. And then we just settle on back. Tuck the shoulders. Let those powerful jaw muscles relax. Hold the hands on the thighs, heart and belly, whatever feels good to you. Let's take those 10 deep breaths now. And I like to count them on my fingers. In through the nose, long exhale. And I'll be back with you at the end of them, all right? Good respiration. Good respiration keeps the lungs healthy, keeps the muscles that support the respiration strong and able to do the work. If you're done, wiggle your fingers and toes. If you're still there, get that last one in. And then bring the hands together at your heart. And to yourself, oh my gracious, I am so grateful for. Gratitude turns everything we have into enough. And so with a grateful heart, namaste.
Namaste.
All right, good job, friends. Now,